Hi guys, I got a really great puzzle for you here. I've seen this in so many places, it's pretty famous. I saw it on Doctor Who, I've seen it in a bunch of other movies. I've even overheard it being explained to someone in a coffee shop. Okay, so if you've heard this one before, please stay tuned. I think I might even have a better answer for you. The puzzle goes like this. There's two identical guards and there's two identical doors. And only the guards know where the doors lead. One of the doors leads to heaven and the other door leads to hell. One of the guards always tells the truth and the other guy always lies. And the guard who's telling the truth does not necessarily guard the good door. You have one question that you can ask to one of the knights, only one of the knights. And with it, you have to determine how to get to heaven. Let me give you the mainstream and commonly accepted answer. It's the one the hero in the movie uses and succeeds. So suppose we ask one of the knights at random. It doesn't matter which knight because you don't know which one is which anyway. Let's call the knight you ask knight 1 and the knight that you don't ask is knight 2. So you ask knight 1. If I were to ask knight 2 which door leads to heaven, which door would he say? So the great thing about this question is that because you're asking what the knight thinks the other knight will say, it has to go through both a truth and a lie. And if you go through a truth and a lie in any order, the answer will always be a lie. So the answer you'll get will be the door to hell. And so you'll simply have to just go to the opposite door and you'll go to the door for heaven. Now let me give you an alternate answer. So let's still consider the knight that you ask knight as knight 1 and the knight that you don't ask as knight 2. But this time you ask knight 1. If I were to ask knight 1 which door leads to heaven, what would knight 1 say? What would he say? If knight 1 was always telling you the truth, then he would have told you the right door to heaven. And since he's telling you the truth, he'll convey that message to you truthfully, and you'll get the door to heaven. If knight 1 was in fact a liar, he would have switched the door and told you the door to heaven was actually the door to hell. But since he's telling you what he would have told you, he's going to switch it back again in the form of a lie. So you're going to end up, in either case, with the right door to heaven as the answer. The reason I like that answer better than the other answer is because it doesn't require the knight that you're asking to know anything about the other knight. He simply has to know he only tells the truth or he always lies, and he simply has to know which door leads where. So you can assume less in the problem. Actually, if you ask a question to the knights where they don't even know the answer, the answer might even come back as a very undefined. Because he'll say he doesn't know, but how do you turn I don't know into a lie? I do get that the first mainstream answer might be easier for people to understand or to explain to people. But even then, that answer I think could be improved somewhat slightly by asking about which door led to hell as opposed to which one led to heaven, because then you'll get the answer. You won't have to switch it again. In other words, you anticipate the switch. So I hope you enjoyed that. For a more in-depth explanation of how I came to those answers, maybe you could leave a comment or message in this video or even visit my logic course and ask the question there, and then I'll post a more appropriate response with a in-depth explanation.